Hi, I'm Chris from Fabric Utopia, and this is take 2 of this video because unfortunately we found out when we did it the last time that it wasn't set correctly. So maybe we'll even do it better this time. This week's collection is Path to Freedom from Timeless Treasures. It has a very interesting story behind it. The designer of this is known as the
Combat Quilter.
Yes, thank you.
His name is Andrew Lee.
And we'll go through his story here when we take a deeper dive into the fabric collection. Okay, and here's the, we'll start going through the major parts of the collection. First off, I talked about who Andrew was and served 3 tours of duty and came back with post-traumatic stress syndrome. And what we found out, you read his story, and I will post his whole story in a link in our newsletter. But they use quilting as one of the things that can be used, creative things like that, to help deal with PST. And it really helped Andrew, and he's on, you'll read his story, and he's really on a mission to help other people. So for the 250th anniversary of this country, here's the first print, a lot of all over flags, and of course, red and white stripes, stars on a white background.
We have multicolor stars on a navy background, white stars on red,
And finally,
white stars on a blue background.
all right, next up is the blenders and the coordinating prints. Here's the beginning of the, like I said, the coordinating prints. This is a texture. You can see the flags kind of muted in this textured background on blue. And the same thing in a patriotic red. And then in a cream color.
This one's really hard to see, but they're there.
And then next up.
Oh, we have one more. This
you're
is
right.
a lighter blue. First one was a navy. This is a medium blue.
Now we go to the topographical kind of map, military type map feature on a red background. And the same thing in a lighter blue background.
One of the very unique things about the fabrics in this collection is that they're geared a lot towards Andrew's military background. You don't often see a topographical map print in your normal fabric collections.
And be perfect for things like Quilts of Valor.
Absolutely, or just a quilt for the man in your life that doesn't enjoy all the floofy fabrics that you do.
Okay, let's wrap up the collection. And in this is a diamond plate structure design. You see this in a lot of industrial equipment, military equipment, probably not maybe in the patriotic blue. And here's the same pattern in white. And next up is various military vehicles on a kind of a textured red background. And
Yep.
okay, and then the white.
Again, this is a creamy white, not a pure white. I know it's hard to see in the video.
And wrapping up the collection, so if I can separate them, is the lighter blue.
This is a really great collection of blender prints. I think they would go very well in a lot of quilt designs. There's no one big print that's your focal print. You have a lot of smaller colors. They can be used in a lot of different quilt patterns that would make a great patriotic style quilt. And up next.
Wrapping up then the collection, of course, being Fabric Utopia, and most of our collections like this, we have a quilt kit we offer, and no exception here. 9 yards full of fabric, 16 different fabrics is part of this quilt kit. It is an advanced beginner, I believe you said.
Confident beginner.
Confident beginner.
Pattern is called Dover Stars by Tourmaline and Time. We do a lot of kits. We do a lot of their patterns into kits. Makes a 65 by 80 throw quilt. It's a log cabin variation with some stars in there, and it's really neat how they use all the different shades of blue in the different fabrics to make those lines in your log cabin.
Okay, well that wraps up then the Path to Freedom collection from Timeless Treasures, and we hope to see you again soon.